Hi guys, so it's been a few days. I'm literally like just out of bed, dropped the kids off for school, so I know I look really bad, but I feel like I always look bad these days, so it doesn't really matter if I actually put makeup on or not do a video, because it's like, whatever. I pretty much failed at that video every day of April, and I probably shouldn't even have started it knowing that I'm so pregnant and I'm so busy, but I did, and I pretty much failed because I don't think I put a video out in like 3 or 4 days. So I did want to update a little bit of what happened yesterday for me. I'm now I'm 37 weeks 5. Tomorrow I'll be 37 weeks 7 days pregnant, or 6 days. So I'm 5 days today. 37 weeks 5 days pregnant today. I go to the doctor's tomorrow, and they're going to, hopefully she's going to have her decision on whether we're just going to induce, have a C-section, or let it go normally. I'm hoping that for just an induction, but I'm thinking that she's going to go with the C-section. And, but we'll see when next week is. I've been going to the hospital 2 times a week on Mondays and Thursdays for non-stress tests, which I've done a video or 2 after those. Yesterday's was quite interesting, and it's the reason for this video. I woke up yesterday morning. I'm taking, per doctors, I'm taking 1 2.5 milligram pill of glyburide at night before bed, and 1.5 in the morning, an hour before breakfast. They've increased me to 1.5 in the morning because my numbers in the morning are just outrageous, and I'm not eating anything that can actually cause that. So I woke up yesterday after having 1 pill the night before, and took my 1.5 at 7 a.m. and when my blood sugar was at 79, and took my pill and was waiting my hour to eat my breakfast. And about 20 minutes after taking the pill, I could feel that my symptoms of the blood sugar dropping. I started getting weak and shaky, and just had to sit down, and all I want to do is just like raid the kitchen. You just get that like ravishing feeling. So I started the process that they told me to take my blood sugar, eat 15 carbs, wait 15 minutes, take the blood sugar again, and repeat if it's not above 65. Well, I took my blood sugar, and it was 75, which they told me that 65 is low blood sugar. So I was curious as to why am I having such a large reaction when I'm not even technically low blood sugar. So I went ahead, and I know the feeling of it. I've had hypoglycemia my whole life. Since junior high, I used to have really bad fits and attacks when I had PE in the morning, I'd start running on an empty stomach, and my blood sugar would drop. And so I had half a piece of toast with some peanut butter, and just like a sip of milk afterwards to wash down everything. Waited 15 minutes, tested again, and it dropped to 74. Or maybe it was 74 and then went up to 75. I can't quite remember. But it like adjusted by 1, so I did it again, and I got it up to 80. And my shakes and the sweats and the shakes and the sweats stopped, but the weakness stayed. And I was just weak and tired and nauseous and just not feeling good. And so I was able at that point to just finish getting the kids ready for school, and pack the lunches and take them to school. I still had not eaten breakfast. I just had those quote unquote technical snacks, is what they would consider those to be, to help just get my blood sugar up. So I got the kids to school, came home, and I was just I wasn't feeling good. And I literally started getting ready, and I had to get to the hospital for my non-stress test. So I never ate breakfast. And even though technically the 2 snacks that I ate equaled as much as I would have eaten for breakfast to begin with, but whatever. So I wasn't shaking, so I just went on to the hospital and got my non-stress test. By the time I got up there, I was sweating again, weak, just icky. It's just, I hadn't felt good. Telling the nurse all my symptoms. I've been worried because my feet have been swelling. By the end of the day, they've been swelling up bad. And I don't know if it's just the heat or if I'm early preeclampsia, which is also more common in gestational diabetes. So I've been worried about that. My blood pressure was 135 over 87. And she's like, your blood pressure is fine. But to me, that's high because I normally go between like 118 and 122 over like 70 to 74. So that's high for me. And then she checked my blood sugar and it had dropped down to 63. So they immediately got me some orange juice, tested again, it went up to 72. Then they got me some graham crackers and peanut butter and then tested again and it was up to 80. But the baby was not cooperating in my non-stress test at all. And I really thought by the time that they got my blood sugar up and the baby wasn't cooperating, that when they call to check in with the doctor, that the doctor was just going to say, let's just keep her there. She's close enough and let's just, do the induction now. So I really thought that yesterday was going to be the day. But the doctor said she wanted to give me an IV and have a full bag of fluids and then monitor the baby again and then call her back and check my blood sugar again and make sure it's still level and then call her back. So they did that. They had to call the IV specialist nurse in because my veins are just so difficult. And they did the IV, were able to find the baby after like 20 minutes. It took her forever to find him. And then once we found him, he stayed on the monitor really well, and his heart rate beat was just up and down, just like big, huge zigzags, just all the way across. And it was different for me because the last non-stress test, it was always just like this little jagged, and then you would see it increase. And so when you see the increase, you'd see a little increase for a little while, and then it would go back down to where the normal range was, and then it will start just this little jagged again, and then you would look for the increase again, and they told me they're looking for 2 increases within 20 minutes. But this time, his heart rate was like, it was literally like, it was just up and down, up and down, up and down, and I was starting to get worried because that's not what the other ones have been like. But I guess it's normal because she came in and said he looks completely fine. They did my blood sugar. It was back up to 85. It stayed right around there. I had the full fluids. I wasn't that weak anymore. I'm still nauseous and icky feeling, but that could just be the pregnancy alone. I'm sorry. So they released me. The doctor released me. And I came home and laid on the couch all day because I just still hadn't felt right. And took the boys to T-ball, and right before I was taking them to T-ball, my blood sugar dropped again. But it's also my fault because I still hadn't eaten. I've been so nauseous I couldn't eat. So all I had was what I had in the hospital and then what I had before I left, which was the toast and peanut butter. So I quickly made myself a little quesadilla and a little side of applesauce, which you're not supposed to eat fruit with your meal, but I had very little time to eat. I couldn't stay and do my 15-minute test because I had to leave for T-ball. So I just had to eat something that I knew that I was going to raise my blood sugar. One would be fast, the cheese would be slower, so I don't know, I was hoping it would balance out. then the whole game I just sat there. I was so weak. So by the time he came home, I was really nauseous again. And my husband was home cooking dinner, and I didn't even want to eat dinner, but he made me. And then once I got a full dinner, like, I started to feel better. So I know my problem is that I just didn't eat yesterday enough, but man, I felt so crappy. So crappy. And today I got a good night's sleep. I got up 3 times to pee. My sugars are fine. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm feeling better. I'm not nauseous today. I got a full breakfast this morning. And like I said, my sugars were fine, but I'm ready to be done. So tomorrow's my doctor's appointment, and I should know more then. I should know an end goal, if the end goal is soon or later or what. I also think that she's going to check me. I was told that I should have my fluid levels checked once a week at the non-stress test, and they haven't done that yet. So they're planning on doing that on Thursday when I go in. But I have a feeling she will be checking me. I know that checking my cervix really does not mean anything about me going into labor, because I walked around at 4 centimeters with my son for like 3 weeks. So I know it doesn't mean anything, but it's just curious. I'm curious to know, because I've been having about 3 to 4 contractions an hour for like the last few days. They've been not regular. Then only might be like 1 or 2, and then I'll wait an hour, and then I'll have like 2 more or 3 more, and it's just they're so irregular. So I'm not concerned, but I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm really tired, and I'm pushing through. So I'll have a doctor update tomorrow, and I'll either do my 38-week update then, or I'll wait until Thursday. But just so you know, I haven't forgotten about y'all, especially all my new subscribers, which I love. I'm sorry that I'm so down today, but I just wanted to get out a video, even if it's just me mumbling like I have this whole time. But happiness is coming. This baby's coming out soon, and we're really excited. And I think that's it. Other big news is I got my stroller yesterday, which I put together and I love. I'm still figuring out how to work it. It's a little complicated, but it's okay, because I knew it was going to be complicated when I got it. So I'll do a review on that once we get it used. And I'm still working on my homework, trying to get ahead. I know this baby's coming, so I've been really busy with that. I'm also busy making my sister's birth announcements for her baby Gwen, and I'm also busy preparing my announcements and trying to get them all done, so all I have to do is add pictures when baby Jackson comes, because we're planning on May 6th to have like a welcome shower here at my house for him, and I got to get those announcements out as soon as he's born so that people can come, because they're going to be the invites as well. So that's it. I hope you guys are having a great one. Thank you all who have voted for me on the Cloth Diaper Channel auditions. I am beyond overwhelmed how many people have voted, and that's so great, and I love it. So keep voting and passing it on, and that should be it. Have a good one, guys.